Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night with Victor from Southern Keto.
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome, Victor. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you coming along for this ride with this Friday night.
And I appreciate you asking me. Yeah.
Hey, I've met Chris and Ash, and I've actually been to their house and cooked with Chris. And when he recommends somebody, there's got to be something good there going on. So, hey, got to do it. But we have some chat going on. So I'm going to go through that real quick. We've got Sherry, Nevada Pup. Hello, all. Dustin, a super chat. Happy Friday, Cindy, and a super chat for you, Victor. Have a great stream with Cindy, Victor.
Awesome. Thank you, Dustin.
Who's Cindy DeManche? That would be me. I don't know how to say this. So I'm not even going to try. Mr. Aces and Eights, thank you, Victor, for that heads up.
Yeah.
Debbie Savings, hello, everyone. Kay is here. Lynn is here. There's Cindy, Victor, Sherry, Deb, Kay, and all this evening. And Rick is here. Twin Brook Acres, greetings. I'll be right back. I need to feed the Pellisto. I bet. He lives up in New Hampshire. I know it's cold.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We have to head there next month. My father-in-law passed away a week and a half ago, and they've delayed his services till the end of February. So. Sherry on a low-carb journey is here. Hello, Sherry. And Debbie, tell Jerry I said hello. That's her husband. Everybody's just saying hi. Lynn says, listening to both Cindy and Victor on my computer and phone. I can't be playing favorites. We love you, Lynn. She is, I'll tell you, I've gotten to meet her a couple times. She is just an amazing person. She's so sweet. Okay. Chris is in the house. Check it out.
What's up, Chris?
Hello from NASCAR Country, founded in Wilkes County. Okay. Andy's here. I didn't even have to remind her. And this is my granddaughter, who just made me a great-grandmother last month.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, he's a cutie, too. Howdy, gang. Howdy, Cindy and Victor. And James is here. Donna's here. Cashmere Serenity Gold. I love that name. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Joe is here. There's two of my favorite folks in one live stream. Tough to beat that. You did it. You caused this.
It's all your fault, Chris.
That's right. JC Views and Vids. Nice. What's the topic today? It's all about Victor. That's the topic.
Uh-oh.
And Ray, hey, y'all, from Diana in South California. Rick Wynn. This is my husband, Brian. He confuses everybody using this Dale 38S stuff. You're welcome. And then hello. There's a fine line between taking blame and taking credit. Well, Chris, you can take credit or you can take the blame. So, we'll see how it goes, right? And then he'll either get the blame or the credit. One of the two.
That's right.
Tanya's here. Good evening. And we saw, let me see if I can pull these up. Kay became a member on Victor's channel, and so did Tanya. So that's amazing. That was their first thing when I popped in.
I
those channels. I got to go to my office, though. All right. I didn't know that was guinea pig. Yes, Dale 38S is my my guinea pig. That's what my husband calls himself when he tastes food that I've made, and he does it on videos. Victor, he'll say, "Guinea pig's back." Jerry says, "Hi, Cindy and everyone. I'm here." All right. So, Victor, obviously you went keto a while back, hence your name, Southern Keto. And it's kind of a dead giveaway there.
That's true.
So how long have you been doing it? Why did you get started? What health benefits? All that kind of, basically your story.
All right. So this time around on keto, this is really really my second time, but I did keto one time before at work to win a weight loss contest, but that didn't really count. That was a totally different thing. But
you got a good prize.
yeah, well, yeah, it was a couple $100. So yeah,
hey, there you go.
most of them gave up because it was like a percentage lost. And after the first week, most of them had given up anyway. And but anyway, it was chicken wings and blue cheese dressing the whole week for that one, which did it. So anyway, but before that, in my background, way back, was in personal training. And so a lot of the people that would come in and, they would come in for weight loss more than anything else, probably. And the people that did the best were the people who were really concerned about diet more so than even exercise. A lot of them would come in and we'd have them do cardio for, 20, 25 minutes. And I'd kind of talk to them about diet. I'm a certified nutritional consultant too, from way back. But the thing that we found worked the best for people, and this was back, Atkins was around back then. Some of the low carb stuff was around. But we were really going back to like a 1970s bodybuilder diet where it was chicken breasts and low carb vegetables and water. And that was about it. And there were certain people that were on board with that. And those were the people that were doing really the best. And that's the way we were eating all the time and working out like crazy and all that. So we knew it worked, and a lot of people's numbers were dropping as far as blood pressure. We'd always go in and do basically a physical thing. We'd do a weigh-in every week. We'd do a body fat caliper test, and blood pressure and things like that. We had a computer set up in the office to do all that. And so, we'd see people's numbers dropping. And like I said, the ones that worked out the hardest, a lot of times weren't the ones that did the best and had the best results. It was mostly diet. So I did that for a while, and then I got out of that for probably 20 years, 25 years, maybe. And so started eating the standard American diet. And the thing that really pushed me to go back into it this time, and it's been a couple of years now, maybe a little longer. I went to the doctor, and my blood pressure, let me pull it up here, see exactly what it was so I can tell you. My blood pressure was 168 over 100. And I could tell something was wrong. I mean, you just know something's up. And even at that point, I was probably 50 pounds heavier then than I am now. And it was kind of a wake up call, but I still kept doing what I was doing for another 3-4 months. So, I always say I lost 75 pounds as kind of a byproduct of trying to get my blood pressure back in line. But that was really, I woke up one morning, my chest was just tight and I could just feel something was wrong. And so that was kind of the point where I'm like, I got to do something. I got to do it now. And so I just jumped all in, and I tell people start slow if you can. But I just jumped all in with it. And I'm like, I'm either going to get right or I'm going to die. And so
that's how I did it when I started keto. It was like strict 20 total carbs or less a day, and stayed that way for quite a while.
Yeah.
So right, one from sad to that. It was like boom. Luckily, I never got sick. I never got the keto flu, anything, nothing. I was really good with it. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. And no, that's, you and I kind of have the same thing. It was blood pressure more than anything. And then you know, losing all the weight definitely helps that as well. But that was kind of my wake up call there. And it was like, you know, if you want to be around for a while, you got to do something. And
Right.
obviously, you know, we've talked about my picture. I mean, it was, you know, looked like I was carrying a couple of twins in there.
It was
And
amazing. The difference is absolutely amazing.
so, yeah. And afterwards, I mean, people, you know, after I lost, people would say, well, you know, I couldn't even, well, I mean, a lot of times I'd wear like baggy shirts and stuff, and
Mhm.
maybe you couldn't tell, but somebody today put a comment on, I think it was on Facebook, but they said, well, could you wear that tie-dyed shirt? And I'm like, that thing will be a dress right now. So no, so I think I tossed it even. I don't really think I have that thing anymore. But but yeah, anyway, so that was it. And so, you know, I started doing my recipes and stuff because I knew I couldn't do the bodybuilder diet. I couldn't just do the, you know, chicken breasts and non-starchy vegetables and stuff forever. So what I wanted to do is take the recipes that I loved and that I grew up with, and other than those couple of times in my life, I wanted to kind of take those and modify them,
Mhm.
especially the Southern cooking, into stuff so I could kind of sustain it the whole, you know, and stick with it for long term. Because, you know, I just know myself and I know what I'm capable of and how long I'm capable of sticking with something that's real restrictive. And so I started coming up with all these things, and you know, just try to eat like I want to eat, but much healthier than the standard
Right.
American Southern diet.
Right.
So
Trying to ketify everything. You
yes,
know, it can be a challenge for sure. So I try
yep,
to keep it just easy, or
yep,
I steal other people's recipes, but they get the
yep,
credit for
yeah. Well, easy
it. You
is the
know,
key too. I mean, you know, I'll make a lot of recipes, but day to day, I mean, it's simple, easy stuff. I mean, like tonight, um, before I came on with you, we did some chicken breasts and pounded them out real thin. I don't do a lot of chicken breasts. I like chicken thighs, but like if you want something real quick and easy, just chicken thighs, thin, pound it out, fold it over, put some mozzarella cheese, some marinara sauce, and some pepperoni in there, and it's like kind of a, you know, high protein pizza roll up type thing. And
that
just
sounds
quick
pretty
and easy.
good to me.
Yeah, it was real good. Air fry it for a little bit and I'm done. So
Yeah. G420 says, greetings. Good evening, everyone from Fort Lauderdale. I don't want to miss anybody in the chat. So, Kathy Ray, I was just watching your video on the cottage cheese pizza crust. Is that your favorite?
well, until you see the video that's coming out next week sometime, yes. And I love that one, but I've been working with something for a while on a kind of a keto basics recipe, but I've been trying to modify it to make it like a real pizza crust. And so that's the spoiler alert for it. That'll be out sometime next week, but I've been working on it, and
I'll
it
tell
came
you,
out.
I appreciate you guys, you and Chris and everybody that puts these recipes out, Wendy from Loving It on Keto, everybody, because I don't have to think about anything. I just do your all's recipes. Oh, good.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you doing them.
Oh, yes. Victor, I'm glad to see you adding the herbs to the knowledge you share with us. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of the things that people that you all come up with are like, what? Sammy Jane Casper, Stephen Weaver, how do you feel about fasting?
So I intermittent fast every day. I normally will start eating. Now, if we're camping or if we're on vacation or something like that, it's a little different.
Mhm.
I'll normally eat breakfast then, but I don't eat usually 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, I just and I was doing one meal a day for the longest time, probably 3 days a week. I'll still do that, but a lot of times I'll do like a easy lunch, you know, keto chow or something like that for lunch, or leftovers from the night before, whatever we
Right.
had. I've been doing that, kind of splitting it up because I can eat, but it's hard for me to get it all in at night. Um, which you know, a lot of times I'll go to bed like, oh man, I got I got all my food in. I won't be hungry again till next, you know,
Yeah.
till tomorrow night. But it's just easier for me just to do it twice, and I kind of keep my eating window 5 to 6 hours, something like that.
Right.
Um,
That's pretty much what we do too. We don't usually eat till about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, something like that. Normally, if we're out and about early, then we'll wind up getting something for break fast early, whatever.
yeah,
But have you ever done any extended fasting?
I have done, and I do not recommend this, but I've done a lemonade fast. Um, I did that for 21 days one time, which was just awful. Um,
A
but
lemonade? Is that what you
yeah,
said?
it was an old thing. It was a detox recipe from kind of
Gotcha.
back in my herbalism days. And basically it's apple cider vinegar, water, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and a little bit of maple syrup to have a little bit of sugar in there. And it was bad. I wouldn't
See, it
recommend
piqued my interest in lemonade till you started saying apple cider vinegar. Then it just totally went away.
it. I
But
say I
I've
love
done,
apple cider vinegar, but I know most people don't.
right. I've done a 72-hour fast
Oh
several
yeah.
times.
Did you do water or what'd you do?
I still kept my Diet Pepsi in,
There you
but
go.
didn't eat anything.
There you go. Well, there's no calories of that, so.
That's right.
Mm.
YouTube exercise. I cheated Thanksgiving through Christmas. Will this take longer to lose again?
I don't think
It
so.
depends on you. It depends
Yeah,
on the person, I think. What
yeah,
do you think? Because that's all. It's tough.
yeah. And it is all relative. But I mean, if you started right back to what you were doing before, then I don't think it would take any longer than what it did the first time around. But again, how many pounds are we talking about? And are you still kind of doing that same thing, or did you go right back to it? Um, I think a
Yeah,
lot of times.
and the other thing it would depend on is where you are in your journey. Is if you're down to just those last 20 pounds and you might have put 5 back on, it might take longer
Yeah,
than if you're starting your journey. Because yeah, that end part is tough.
yeah. But yeah, I put some on. I mean, Cindy, I don't know if you saw the cookie recipes I did during Christmas, but I
I
ate a bunch
did.
of cookies. And hey, they were keto. They were low carb at least. But if you eat them as many as I did, then you gain a little bit, keto or not. And so, but I I did that, and I still have my sweets and stuff. But just going right back to what you were doing. But in order to put out that many, you got to test a bunch too. So
Well,
I had to do
yeah.
what I had to
And
do.
then, those kind of calories matter.
Yeah,
Calories from meats and stuff like that aren't supposed to matter, but calories from keto sweets matter.
yeah, they do. They will get you.
I have a big heavy duty mixing bowl from Pampered Chef. It's my version of the big yellow bowl, even though it's blue and gray. I love it.
Well, it ain't gonna taste as good, but that's okay. You can still use it.
Lots of good recipes to indulge in moderation. Yep.
Hmm.
Have you used farmer's cheese much? I just picked some up at the store for the first time, not sure what I'll do with it.
I really have not. Have you, Cindy?
No, never, not, no. I love cheeses, but no, I haven't. You'll have to let us know, Diana, how it is.
Yep.
Sam, are you making fun of me? No.
Hmm.
Sherry just subbed to you. I haven't even got a chance to put your channel up here yet.
Oh, thank you, Sherry.
Evelyn's here. Hello, Evelyn. Do you have an absolute favorite dessert recipe? Seeing how you make so many desserts.
Yeah, I love them all, but my absolute favorite is that lemon dessert. The one that everybody loves the music on so much and tells me how much they love the music. It's my biggest video ever. And I think it was because people kept commenting on how loud that music was the whole time, and they just kept on. But no, that's probably my favorite. We make that one a good bit. And I just did the key lime pie, which is basically that same recipe, just with lime, and made it into a pie instead of like a dessert. But it's just easy. and it's just good, and it's it doesn't take long to make. So that's probably my favorite that we make.
That's
Cindy,
awesome.
do you do dessert?
Do I do dessert?
Yeah.
I have got the world's worst sweet tooth. So in order for me to keep this and maintain this, I have Chalk Zero in the house all the dang time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Keto Chow, of course.
Yep.
I just made with Keto Chow the cheesecake, the no-bake cheesecakes, and I put a pecan crust on it.
Oh, yum.
Pecan flour crust, pecan
Yep.
flour. So yeah, we do.
Well, I was hoping.
This way too, with these kind of sweets, with my husband can have them without it affecting his blood sugars, being a type 1 diabetic. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because he can have it also.
Yep.
Andy's now on both channels. Everybody's saying hi to Evelyn. Jerry, you're at work. Shame on you. I know I'm only listening. I'm only listening at work now. Question for Victor. When is your HBO comedy special? Boy, you are a trip.
I don't think I'm quite that level though.
Yeah. And Jerry, you need to check your when you get a chance, check your Instagram, lady. I love the Keto Crusade with you, Chris, and Dustin. Makes me think, and I sometimes really need that to right my brain. Yep. Jerry saying hello. I was missing sweets so much till I found this channel. My teens even like Southern keto recipes. That's awesome, Misty. Yeah, he's got some great ones out there. Stacy, easy peasy keto. I hope you and Ken are feeling better. Hello, Cindy, Victor, and our keto family. We're going to get back to your story. I want to get caught up some on this chat because it's like crazy. It's going crazy. So you started keto for blood pressure.
Yep.
And I'm assuming, knowing how mine is okay, that it's good now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, the picture I had, and I put it on one of I think I did it on the Keto Crusade for sure, one of the ones we did.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the before and after. It was like the chart when I went to the hospital when they did it, and and then after it was 120/79, where it was 168/100. So
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, huge difference, and I mean, it's pretty immediate once your blood pressure starts going down, on how much better you start feeling. And like I said, my main goal wasn't to lose weight, but I'm glad I did because I feel a whole lot better. And things I didn't know were wrong. You can tell after you start losing some weight, like walking down the stairs in the morning, and joints hurting and popping, and all the inflammation and stuff. All that goes away, and I'm like, wow, there's things I didn't know would happen when I started this, but there's a lot of conditions that it helped that I never even thought anything was wrong. I thought I was just getting older.
Right.
Yeah.
I can attest to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And I'll be honest, when I started keto, I was in it for weight loss, and everything else then was like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
As I was telling you backstage, Victor, 50 years I was on blood pressure medicine.
Yep.
I battled that since I was a teenager. And I mean, you're talking, I've gone in with blood pressures 200/120. But the problem was, you said you felt weird.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad at all. And that's scary. That's why they call high blood pressure a silent killer, because it can creep up on you and you just don't, a lot of times you don't feel bad. It's crazy how that works. Sherry on the low carb 30 just saying hi. I didn't realize that I intermittent fast every day until I started hanging out with y'all. There you go, Sherry.
Some people just call it skipping breakfast.
That's right. Just curious, Victor, are you the cook at home?
Yes. Yep, I do. Now Stacy can cook too, and she does. A like she did it tonight because I was getting ready for this. I was trying to get my video finished up for tomorrow. And so I was doing that. So she can do it too. She actually was the one that came up with that dessert, the lemon dessert that I love so much. She came up with that. And she's like, well, you need to do a video about that. So I did. And so some of the videos you'll see her, you'll just see her fingernails because she says she didn't want to be on camera. But and I lost subscribers over that. They're like, if you paint your fingernails, I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, I mean, it ain't me, but if you feel that way, then go ahead. You know,
that's just crazy.
So anyway, you'll see her fingernail only.
Yeah, I've said she's in the videos, just her hand. She's a hand model.
She is, yes.
This is my sister who lives about an hour from you, Victor.
Oh, cool.
It's great getting to know you. I've been watching your videos. Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Deb. What are your thoughts with the craze over Ozempic?
Whew. Well, without getting too deep into too much, I believe that's going to be one of the biggest lawsuits in a few years that we've ever seen. The loss of muscle mass, and there's a lot of things that are going to happen because of this. Just with some of the research I've done and some of the people that are coming out and talking about what's going on right now, I don't like it. I think it's good for some people for its original purpose, but I personally, I don't like it for weight loss. I think there's better ways.
There is. I can attest to that. I never took the medicines. I had the surgery, but I never took the medicines. And I wouldn't even do the surgery again. I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. Wow.
Hey, down there.
Do you think keto strips work? They show you what you're getting rid of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely work initially, and it's kind of when you're first starting. I mean, it's good to have a visual aid so that you know that what you're doing is right. But after you've been on it for a while, it doesn't. Your body's burning the ketones efficiently, and you're not getting rid of them, so they don't work after a certain period of time. So you have to do like a blood type thing like Keto Mojo or something like that. They only work for a while, but I think it's a great aid to start with, that or the little breath tester, just so you're doing something right. You can feel it. And if you're not doing electrolytes, you're definitely going to notice something probably.
I used to use those strips, and then I kept hearing everybody, that's just what your body is getting rid of. Mm-hmm. You're in ketosis when you're getting rid of some because you have too much.
Yeah.
It's like you're just peeing it out, basically.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying hello. My favorite is peanut butter chocolate bars.
Oh, yeah. Those are good. We usually keep some of those in the fridge.
Love the key lime. Made it 3 times. I have not made any of those yet. I did make your bread.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to say, I did it the way you did on your video with 2 sticks of butter. Mm-hmm. And I could wring butter out of that bread.
It is fatty now. It is fatty.
It's like, holy cow. And I even said on my video, you got tagged in it. I'm like,
yep.
I need to try to make this with egg white powder and maybe some less pork rinds or something. It was such a heavy loaf. It was good. We both liked it. It was such a heavy loaf. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that when I get it out of the oven. I'm like, holy cow.
And I probably should have explained that a little better, but when I was doing that one, it wasn't so much like a loaf bread, but more, as you could tell, like a meal. So I was really designing it to have like 2 pieces of that, some toppings and some meat for lunch, quick lunch, and that'd be like a whole thing, and you wouldn't be hungry till the next meal. And you definitely won't be, especially with the 2 sticks of butter. But
it was definitely a heavy, dense loaf of bread for sure. Mm-hmm. It was good. My husband liked it. We wound up air frying it. We put it in a dry skillet. I put it in the oven on a baking rack over a pan to try to calm it down some because
It's a
what would
lot.
you do what, Victor?
I said, it's a lot. It
It
is a
is.
full meal.
It definitely is. What would you recommend for severe snack cravings? Ooh.
Well, even though I love sweets and you know, I usually will have something sweet at night with my you know, meal. I really think if you are getting a lot of cravings in between, maybe not enough fat to kind of hold you over between meals. Do you eat 3 times a day? That's another question too.
Yeah.
Because at least the twice a day, I mean, I eat enough really once a day to kind of hold me over. But that's something you got to get used to.
Mhm.
You know, if you're only doing one meal a day anyway, it takes a little bit of time to get used to that. But for me, if I do enough fat and eat enough to where I'm, you know, pretty full, then I don't
Right.
really get the cravings. And then, you know, I'm kind of saving it up for the night, you know, when I can do one of the keto desserts with whatever meal I'm having.
Right. Right. Here's Lynn's answer for me. Does Cindy do desserts?
Sounds like that was a dumb question, huh, Lynn?
And here's another one from Sherry. I can answer that for Cindy. Does a bear, you know what, in the woods? Hello, Amy.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page on that, Cindy. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's like when I look at it and I think I really need to back off some. And then you have another video coming out making cookies or pie or something. I can't back off when I'm watching it.
I know.
Chris, Victor, what's your favorite part of being a keto YouTuber and what's the hardest part?
Wow, that's a great question. My favorite part is the success that other people have. I mean, when I get a comment, I got a comment the other day. Somebody said they lost 100 pounds using my recipes. I mean, that to me is like, I mean, that's just changing people's lives. I mean, I know my
Right.
life has changed, and you know, I started doing all these recipes. My son was the one that actually said, "Well, you need to do a YouTube video about this, you know, this meal because it was so good." And he's not keto. He's 18, so I mean, he's doing things I did when I was 18. And
I was going to say, all you had to do is say 18. It explains everything.
yeah, yeah. But he's like the guinea pig. So if like he'll eat something, and you know he's good with, then I know it's the recipe's good enough. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, so he kind of started me with that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think it would grow the way it has now, and it's so rewarding when you can help people succeed.
Mhm.
So that's by far my favorite part. I mean, those comments never get old, and I mean that's, you know, that just makes me want to do it even more. You know,
Right. Right.
the hardest part is, well, editing and filming the videos and all the work that goes in behind it that nobody even knows. Because I mean, you come out with a 10-hour video that may have taken you 20 hours or more to do, and testing the stuff and making sure the recipe is good. And so that's definitely the hardest part. And then, you know, of course, if, you know, you put a lot of work into it, and, you know, sometimes weeks going, I mean, that bread took me probably a year to come up with, testing it and everything. Not, you know, not
Right.
a straight year, but I mean, you know, I'd test it and then I'd give it up for a couple weeks. I'm like, well, this ain't gonna work. And then I'd come back to it. And you know, when you put a lot of time into something like that, and then the video doesn't do as good as you thought it would, and it's just, you know, that's just a bummer. You know, it's that stinks that you put so much time into it, and it may not do as well as you thought. But um,
Yep.
that's hard. And you know, the comments. I mean, I'm pretty. Uh, I respond to just about every comment. If I don't, then I've missed it. Um, so that's hard to do, but I feel by doing that I can help some, because a lot, you know, I get a lot of questions and stuff
Mhm.
about either preparing something or what would you do about this or this. And um, so it's a lot of hard work, but it is very, I mean, I enjoy every minute of it, except for the editing part. But
well, you guys got to relax on your editing stuff, putting all this little fancy dancy stuff in there. I don't do any of that. And everybody in the chat, this is exactly why I don't create recipes. I just copy theirs. They do all the hard work. I barely edit anything. But that's also why my channel is still like just barely monetized, and it's okay.
Well, if you saw the way my kitchen looked after doing some of these videos, I have to edit stuff because people be like, "The kitchen looks like that. I don't want any part of it." I have to get rid of a lot of that stuff.
Well, that's because you're working hard at these recipes. I know. Between you, Chris, and Karen and Therese from Low Carb Spin, holy cow. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Dustin. Thank you for the super chats.
Yes.
I got distracted. I'm trying to catch up. I bet that's fun if you're speeding it up. Just got my clearances. Peanut butter keto chow. I'm going to try to make a peanut butter pie. You let me know because I still have peanut butter keto chow. Be sure to catch up. We're having a test later. That lemon dessert rocks. I'll have to make it. I love lemon. My husband does not. So, if I make some, I got to eat it all. See, there's the problem.
Hey, it freezes well too. So,
okay. Is it bad to eat keto dessert every day?
I can't answer that question. Because I do. I don't know if it's good or not, but I do it. So I'm saying it's working out okay so far.
The whole thing just jumped on me. that would crack me up. I do not have keto dessert every day because I would. Oh man,
that makes one of us.
But
it's
hard. It's hard not to.
The portion's the key.
It is really, for me, it is really hard not to. But I really have to rein it in a little bit because, like you were saying, testing all those cookies, packed on some pounds. Yes, the Chalk Zero. Yes to the desserts. And it's like, oh.
Yep.
It's bad. Amy says, I've been doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I've been craving a Keto Chow creamy. That was probably the hardest. Have you ever done that beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for any period of time, Victor?
Yes. Yes,
it's hard.
It is hard.
I did that in August of 22 is the last time I did that. 31 days of that. And that's the only time in my 4 years plus of being on keto that I gave up my Diet Pepsi. I had absolutely no sweeteners, nothing. Straight up beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Yep.
It was okay.
I made it about 10 days and I just couldn't.
Well, I pushed myself and I made it to 31 days. And I'll tell you, I was never so glad to be finished with something.
Did you notice a big difference when you were doing it?
I felt great. And I slept a lot better.
Okay.
I did. But what, I did. I felt really good. It was good. But it was hard. I missed cheese more than almost anything except my Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
Cheese and Keto Chow. It was like, I said, if I ever do it again, I'm going to do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs and Keto Chow because, just got it. Had a very dear friend of mine. She was a sister to me and died from taking diet prescription medication. I would never touch that stuff if it was to save my life. Just give me keto. Right? There's that answer for the Ozempic that somebody asked before.
Yeah.
I like not eating early. However, I go to gym at 10 a.m. So if I don't eat, my blood sugar seems to drop. Any suggestion? I prefer morning workout. Thanks. Ooh, first of all, neither one of us are doctors. This is not medical advice. This is just our experiences. And there you go. I had to get that out there. Go ahead, Victor.
There you go. So 10 o'clock. So first thing in the morning, if you're on keto, usually your blood sugar is really high, or higher than normal first thing in the morning, because your body's, kind of pushing it in there to kind of wake you up and get your body functions going and everything. So that could be, it could be just coming back down a little bit to normal. So I would say that if you continue to see that, and I guess how long has that been happening, but if you continue to see it, a lot of people will just do breakfast and lunch and skip dinner. Or maybe you don't intermittent fast at all. I mean, some people don't do that. My wife will usually eat around 11. So she just kind of spreads her eating window out a little bit, but she doesn't do, like I do with 2 meals a day. She'll have a little bit of breakfast in the morning. But a lot of people do better, and it's just kind of knowing yourself, and maybe better for you to do breakfast and lunch if you're intermittent fasting and skip dinner, to avoid that. But if not, maybe you just need a little something in the morning. A good protein shake, Keto Chow, something like that, just to have a little bit of something in there so your blood sugar will at least stabilize a little bit.
There you go. Keto Chow is, yes. Yes, please.
Plenty of fat in it. Yep.
I've made the coconut cake recipe twice now. I added cocoa powder the second time and pecans in the icing to make German chocolate cake. Oh, dang, Heather, that sounds good.
Yes. And I meant to go back and try that because a lot of people said, "Oh, I bet you could make a good German chocolate cake out of that." And I never went back and did it, but that sounds awesome.
She just did it for you.
I know. Put a piece in the mail to me. I would appreciate it.
Law nerd Papa. Hello, Victor.
Michael.
Hope you're doing well.
Doing good. Hope you are.
She's laughing. Hello there. Late to the party. We will catch up later. All right, Barbara. Ash Taylor's here. Hello, Cindy, Victor, and friends. Hope everyone is doing well. We hope the same for you.
Yes. Hey, Ash.
I love that bread. 1 stick of butter. And all of Victor's desserts are great. I haven't made one of his recipes I didn't like. That's saying a lot because she's a picky eater. That's awesome, Lynn. Sorry about posting so much. There are 3 of us watching. What do you think about chia seed pudding? I can't get the texture to be better than snot, so it's gross.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
No, I haven't done chia seeds. I think I tried once and it was nope.
Yeah, that's an acquired taste, I think. I think it's good. It's not bad for you, I guess I'd say, but I don't think it's good. I'd rather do hemp hearts or something like that instead of chia seeds. But and I'd do I actually did a video one time where I did that. It was Maria Emmerich's chocolate egg pudding, which I thought was going to be disgusting, and it was pretty good.
I have not tried it yet.
And I did it. Yeah, I didn't want to because I'm like, there's no way. But I was like, if it tastes like eggs, I'm gonna call it, and it really didn't. And then
everybody says it's so good. I can't. Oh.
Hey, it was pretty good. I will say. But
I haven't tried it. I tried it two crazy ketos way with the lightly scrambled eggs. Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it Maria's way with the boiled eggs.
Yeah.
That's just, my husband and I both love your chocolate candy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Victor.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I did it with scrambled eggs, but I cooked the crap out of them and just kept cooking them until they were totally dry and basically quit smelling like eggs anymore. And so I tried it like that, and it worked good because somebody suggested it, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it, and that seemed to be fine.
Yeah, that's the way Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos. That's the way they did theirs. Their version of Maria's egg pudding was using the scrambled eggs instead of the hard-boiled eggs. Kat says, my husband and I both love your chocolate candy recipe made with chocolate chips, peanut butter, nuts, chocolate coconut. What am I missing?
Yeah. Cindy, you're missing a bunch.
Whoa, I make them at least once. Oh my, that sounds like coconut haystacks.
Yeah, that's about what it is. Yeah. That's another one my wife came up with. She comes up with a lot of cool desserts and stuff. And so she's just good at throwing like the quick and easy, but I mean, just crazy good. She can come up with stuff like that. So yeah, that's one of our favorites too. And it's fast.
That's like, wow. That sounds delicious. Stop editing, Victor. I love bloopers. There's the Cindy, you know I can't edit. Any favorite products or store-bought ingredients you really like for the keto folks you'd recommend newbies consider getting?
That's a good question. So, and a lot of my favorite ones are not the cleanest. So if you're just starting, particularly, and like Cindy said, we're not doctors or anything like that, but particularly if you're trying to reverse any kind of health condition or anything like that, I would do as clean as possible in the beginning, especially in the beginning. But I mean, we really like we do the keto tortillas that we'll get, and like I said, they're not the cleanest ingredients, but they're also, 100 times better than the standard American junk. And with a lot of them, it's just, there's just some added fiber in there. But, you just got to pay attention to the ingredients. A lot of them still have wheat in them. So if you got gluten allergies, you got to watch out for that. But there's so many good convenience items. Like if you're, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, like I did a short about this the other day, I was out, I couldn't find my go-to if I'm on the road usually is going by McDonald's and getting 4 of their quarter pounder patties. I wasn't even close to McDonald's. The only thing I could find was a gas station. So I had to go in and get Quest chips. And there's a lot of these like protein chips and things like that. So I'll do those in a pinch, or the Quest bars. We'll do every once in a while. I usually will make my bread, because it's like a whole meal and I don't have to think about it, and freeze that. But if not, there's some decent keto breads out there. Like I said, not the cleanest in the world, but a whole lot better than the alternative. So any of those, I did try some of these keto Pop-Tarts one time. They were terrible. The protein ones, would not recommend those. And then
those legendary things.
Yes. Oh man.
My husband loves those. It's like, oh no.
It reminds me of protein bars we had like 30 years ago when they first came up with these cardboard protein bars, and it was like, just chewing and gnawing on them. It's got that same.
He likes them. I can't. It's like, ugh. And I know so many people in the chat and everything. Keto Brick. Have you tried those?
I have not tried them.
Oh my word. There's so many people that love these things.
It just looks like a brick to me.
Well, they also have a real gritty texture. They use either pea protein or a whey protein, but it's still this gritty texture that I can't get past that. It's so, oh no.
Yeah. And the only other thing I would say is the Keto Chow, because I've been doing a bunch of that. I really started back probably towards the fall, because that's our busy season with my wife's business, and both of our business really. But we get so busy, and so it's just easy for me to make 3 or 4 of them, throw them in the fridge, and we'll take them when we're doing shows and stuff. We don't have to think about it.
And I believe we're both affiliates with Keto Chow, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I just started a couple months ago, really, after after we started doing so many over the holidays. I'm like, man, I love these because I have my dessert for lunch, and
Yes.
it's really convenient for her because she's nonstop. I'm kind of behind the scenes, like I'll help her set up and I'll come back in and restock stuff, but she's the one talking to customers and she's constantly busy. She doesn't have time to go even get a burger patty. She can't leave her booth. So like, it's easy to just take a sip here and there. And so.
Now, what do you do for work other than your YouTube channel?
Well, she has a soap and bath products business.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's our busy time of year is, really from October all the way through the beginning of January. And,
I bet.
And I've got a pressure washing business, and that's usually from later February on through October. So that's what I do.
When yours is busy, hers isn't. When hers is busy, yours isn't. That works
right.
well.
Works out perfect. So, yep.
Sherry, I wish I could just film something, a short, anything. Jerry said he would be in it. I need help learning. Just hit record, Debbie. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how to get started.
And your first videos are going to be terrible. I can't even go back and watch mine without just cringing. And so I don't watch them. But yeah, if you don't hit record and just start, then you'll never. Mm-hmm. And mine are not good now, but I mean, they're a whole lot better than they used to be.
I bet they were fine. My very first one, I was sitting out on my porch and I had thought about starting a channel for months and months. I talked to my sister, Deb. I talked to my husband. I'm like, Dr. Barry, Two Crazy Ketos, all these people keep saying, somebody needs to hear your stories. Somebody you can help. If you can help just one person by telling your story, you need to do this. And I'm like, and I kept thinking about it. I'm like, so one day I just took my phone and I went out on the porch and I recorded, I don't even know how long it was. And it was just a little about me was the name of the video. And I didn't know. I said, I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but that's why it's only my name. And that's it. Because that way I can put anything on there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was weird, but if I hadn't made that first step, I would never have done it. Because it was then or never.
Yeah. And see, when I started my channel, some people there's a few people here that have been around that long, but my channel was at first called Your Best Body Blueprint. And so what I decided to do is during kind of when her season ended and before mine really started, I was going to do some health coaching because I'm really passionate about that. That's, I kind of kept thinking back on what I really loved out of everything I've done in my life. And it was really helping people to get healthy. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do some health coaching, put together some meal plans and stuff like that. And so I started the channel, Your Best Body Blueprint, because I was going to be the name of my health coaching thing.
How long ago was that?
That has been a year and a half ago, maybe.
Well, that was pretty good because you built that up quick.
Yeah, it was a year and a half ago because I started July 4th of not this past year, but the year before. So, and then I realized after, doing a few of those, I'm like, I really like doing this. And I really don't want to do these meal plans because everybody was like, well, can I just do this instead? Can I do this instead? And I'm like, I kind of set it up for a reason, but you could probably, so it was just more trouble. And so I'm like, well, I just like making these videos. And if there's a few people watching, there wasn't many, but
right.
It's kind of like
you've soared since then. I'm like, it grew fast.
I still can't believe it. But it's kind of like you said, like, when I started, I'm like, well, somebody would comment like, oh, that was really good. So it's like, if I could help one person, it would all be worth it, and then it was 10 people, and then it was 100 people. And, like that Facebook group, which you're in, the private group, I really started that so people would have a place to go and we could actually talk about, because you can't really talk through YouTube. I mean, you can, but not, a lot of people feel more comfortable not with all their comments out there for everybody to see. So I kind of started that just to really with the health coaching thing and all that, just to have a place for people to go and talk. And that's grown a lot too. And people go in and like share the recipes that they made, and not just mine, whatever they make, and just
Right.
people helping each other. And it's a safe place to go, because if not, I'm gonna boot them.
Right. Well, that's why I started a keto support page also on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And I checked today, I've got 170 members.
Cool.
And it was great. It's been great. I bought a positivity calendar.
Okay.
And it's like I can keep going. So every day I post what's on this calendar.
Yeah.
And people can share whatever, as long as it's straight up positive and not any of the BS that's out there.
Yeah. There's plenty of that.
Like you said, I won't deal with that.
Yep.
Victor, do you exercise with low carb? I started keto the end of 2017, have cheat days on low carb now, and eat once a day at night, mainly because of inflation and high grocery prices.
That's a good question too. I do not currently. Now I walk around the neighborhood, but during my season with my job, it's really physical. So like March through October, November, I'm really physical. November, December, I'm, moving in displays, setting, boxes, and moving hundreds and hundreds of pounds a day. So just lifting heavy stuff. So I don't, but I do things that I like doing. Like we go camping, I'll be like, well, I'm going to take a hike, or I'm going to ride my bike around the campground, or, I might just walk outside, in the afternoon and say, I just want to walk around the block. So I don't go to the gym anymore per se. Not that I won't ever go back, because I do enjoy lifting weights, but right now I'm not as into it. So I'll just take a walk or whatever. I do some physical activity. I try to get out in the sun a little bit every day. But I don't have an exercise regimen anymore. No.
It's functional fitness is what it is. It's between your job of the pressure washing and then helping your wife lifting heavy things, that's
Yeah.
it's definitely some exercise there.
Yep.
Cheat days on low carb once a day, night mainly.
Yeah, intermittent
I can't
fasting.
do OMAD.
Yeah, intermittent fasting is a good way to save money on groceries for sure.
Mm-hmm. How much did you lose, Cindy, on beef, butter, bacon, and eggs? Holy cow. This was 2 years ago. I think I lost 5 pounds, but only because I had already lost 100. That was like from September of 2020 to August of 22. I had lost 100 pounds. And I had done that beef, butter, bacon, and eggs right after that. So, it wasn't long after that.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy mackerel. I gave up my zero sugar A&W for Lent. Sunday, I bathed in this stuff.
Sounds like you love that A&W like Cindy loves that Diet Pepsi, huh? Is that?
Yeah, there's Victor's channel, and there's mine. For anybody that, some people fast, some people eat fast.
True that.
Oh, Lord. Hi, Chris and Ash. My husband, Jerry, said hi as well. So Jerry, we said hi. Whoa. Do you get chia seeds from Chia Pets? Where do they come from on the Chia Pet? Oh, Rick.
Yeah. You have to get the Bob Ross one, the Bob Ross Chia Pet, and then just shave off the ends of his hair, and you got your seeds there. That's exactly how it works.
Sherry says, I'm afraid to say hi to Chris. He'll put her in timeout again. That's like messed up. Brenda Foley, good evening. Make the egg pudding, Cindy. It's great. Tastes nothing like eggs. I use scrambled eggs. Delicious. Wow. Here we go. Cindy, I will try that egg pudding if someone else makes it. I don't think I could make it and eat it otherwise. I thought you were going to say, Cindy, you do it, I'll do it too. What? I thought for sure that's what I was going to read. I'm missing it too. Yum. Keto Chow. That's what she's missing. Careful, Sherry, I'll put you in time. You know that story, right, Victor?
Yes. I had to go back and watch that, but yes, I did.
It was on Dustin's Live.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it. I was still asleep, but I had to go back and watch it. So
it was crazy. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Sherry's name comes out. Time out. Like, what the heck? Cat Murphy, these sound good. That did sound good. Yes, I'm a newbie. Well, hello. Ash Taylor saved me. Evelyn, do you have a cookbook in the works, Victor? I know she ain't talking to me because no.
I am at some point hoping to do that. Yes. I was hoping to do that this coming year. But there is a lot involved in it that I didn't realize after starting to do some research. So yes, I do have plans to do it. When is a different story. So I'm hoping to put that together at some point, maybe this year.
Yep. That would be great. Heather, I really like Hero bread products, but they're ridiculously expensive. You know why? Because the ingredients are expensive and all this kind of stuff.
Now, I did see they're putting Hero bread in some of the Subways. Have you seen that? Yeah, it's not in my area.
Not in your area?
No, we don't. They don't believe in anything low carb down here. So it's all regular bread. But yeah, I saw that. Somebody in one of the groups had posted this. So it's they say it's one carb, but it's Hero bread, and they're doing it in Subways now. So I think it's just the bigger cities, from what I've read.
Interesting. I hadn't tried it. I've tried the Unbeliever buns. I've tried those. They're not bad. But, you know, they all have wheat in them. So if you're gluten intolerant, you can't. We had fajitas last night. No tortillas. Delish. Sounds good. I really like Hero good products. However, they're ridiculously expensive. And they have wheat. I am not gluten intolerant. Just got here, Victor. You finally showed your before pic. It took a lot for me to get it. Let me tell you.
Yep.
You've really lost weight, looking good. I've lost 30, but still could lose 50 more. Thanks for your channel. That's awesome, Kathy. What do you think about monk fruit?
I think monk fruit's fine. Most of your monk fruit sweeteners are really mostly erythritol, and they throw a little bit of monk fruit in there. Because if you get the real monk fruit extract, it's kind of like the real stevia extract. It's super strong. And you really need to blend it with something. That's why they blend it with erythritol most of the time. But yeah, monk fruit's fine.
Have you just practice recording with your phone? Yes. I tried those Pop-Tarts. Yucky. Yes, I totally agree with you. Tallow doesn't have that grit. Well, I haven't tried them. But she's talking about they've made some keto bricks with tallow.
Oh.
And I haven't tried them yet. And they're not cheap for sure.
So it'd be like a pemmican type thing, I guess.
And Joe said the same thing. The new keto bricks with the tallow are not gritty and a lot softer. Very good. Sherry, don't worry. I'm here to keep him in line. Well, I'm trying to anyway. That's a good thing. From the store keto items, do you subtract the fiber content from the carbs? Is this accurate for carb count?
Well, for me, I will subtract it on vegetables. See, the thing is with everybody's body is a little different.
Mhm.
And some people with some of these store-bought things, especially if it has some wheat in it, you might have a wheat intolerance that you don't even know about. It could cause some inflammation. And so it's kind of complex, but I would say if you're going to eat the store-bought stuff, especially if it's got ingredients you can't pronounce, I would use the total carbs, where like for vegetables and stuff, I use net. Because a lot of times they'll just add fiber into them, and I really want to do a video about that one day and kind of break down everything. It's a lot to talk about, but I would say the store-bought stuff, I would go by total. And then if you find out it's working for you, okay, to use net, that's one thing I would probably recommend keeping track of.
Right. I think my husband, we have tried some of the keto bread from the stores. And my husband, being a type 1 diabetic, he really has to really pay attention. He's on an insulin pump. And whatever he eats, he has to enter the number of carbs he's eating prior to eating. And we've had the unbelievable buns. We've had the keto bread. I believe, and Brian, if you're still in the chat, you correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe he goes with the total carbs unless he does that the first time and it affects him to where it brings his blood sugars too low. Because that has happened with Keto Chow. He has to go with a net carb count with Keto Chow or his blood sugars will drop drastically. So because they use such good products.
Yeah.
You know, so all of that has bearing on it. So, you know,
yeah, that's
it's tough. Like Victor said, everybody's different. So it's really, really hard.
Yeah. And I believe like the worse the ingredients are in it and the longer the names are and stuff that you can't go out and buy in the store and go home and make yourself, the more I'd pay attention to the total carbs.
Right. It's a full-time job for Ash to keep me and the dog under control and behaving in public. That's crazy. Y'all YouTube videos are fine, I think. You would do fine, Debbie.
Yep.
Chris, the chips was a hit. Have you tried those, Victor?
I have not yet. I hadn't had a chance. I want to.
Oh my goodness. They're good.
Yeah, I want to try them out.
I told somebody at my doctor's appointment about your channel as a source for keto-friendly desserts. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Hello, William, and welcome to the chat. What is the name of your keto group? I'm already part of the Southern Keto group.
Yeah, that's it.
Misty.
Yep. Oh, the Southern Keto.
I would imagine she's already a part of yours, so she's asking for me, I guess. Mine is my name on Facebook. It's just Cindy. It's actually Cindy's Facebook Keto Support. I don't know. Hold on.
Put a link to it down there, Cindy.
I'm grabbing it now.
I got to get in there too.
Cindy's Keto Support page. That's what it's called.
There you go.
And here comes the link. Ooh, that was hard. See,
now do you let pages in there? Because like I haven't been on my personal Facebook and I don't know how long, and a lot of the groups I can't get in because I only go on my Southern Keto the page. So I didn't know if I can go on there as a page or if it has to be just an individual person.
I don't know, honestly. But I will try to invite you between your personal name or as Southern Keto or both.
Okay.
I love your positivity post. Thank you, Sherry. Did you see my comment? Hey, Victor, heard about you from my wife, Debbie's savings. Cindy, a good chauffeur if you ever want to take a ride somewhere. I gotta tell you, we have become really good friends. They live about an hour and a half from me, and they've come up here, and we went up to a Columbus meetup together where I drove the whole way there. We're talking about a 2-hour drive, if not more. Gary's in the back seat saying, "Oh, it's nice to be able to look at the scenery." And I'm always stuck driving because my husband doesn't drive. He has cervical dystonia, so it's really hard for him. But yeah, that all the way out. That's all he said. "Oh, it's so nice not to have to drive, and I can look at the scenery."
Well, good. I know who to call if I'm up that way then.
I can't, by all means. I have open door in my house. It's like, yep, you're not that far from us. I explained to my boss today about having a 5-hour eating window. Nice. It's like I can only go to lunch at this time of day because then I got to go home and eat dinner at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, would your chip recipe work in my air fryer that has a dehydrate setting on it? Probably, but I'm sure Chris got that. It with a high dehydrate setting, yeah. It's an Instapot big basket air fryer. Nice. Little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Keto brick is delightful. My husband likes them. Scroll up and you will see my question. A&W Zero is amazing, Kathy says. See, just like my Diet Pepsi or Diet Orange or Diet Root Beer or I like all kinds. And yes, Keto Chow, yep. The timeout was a long 10 minutes and it made me leak. I could not stop laughing. Listening to Dustin and Chris try to fix it, it was classic. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. That's too much. I'm so jelly of your picture with Dr. Ken, Evelyn. Yes. Got recording videos. Like their Hero Bread not at any of our Subways either. Yeah. Order some had wheat. I like the Unbeliever buns. Best when toasted, but they are still a bit chewy. Yeah. They're pretty good though. If you haven't tried, well, you make your own stuff. You're good at making your own recipes, Victor. So don't believe in low carb down here.
Hey, they don't. That's a fact.
He's sporting a friendship bracelet we had just made. Yes, if you haven't met Evelyn, everywhere she goes, she makes a friendship bracelet for everyone. It is the coolest thing. The neatest little gadget she uses. I heard about Subway being the low carb bun too. I didn't know it was a hero bun. I hope they get them down, get them here. That's in Arizona. Can you use that in place of your sweeteners? I'm lost now. Can we?
Is that about the monk fruit? I know there was that monk fruit question earlier.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can. So now what I use, well, 100% of the time now, I made that blend that was just like the Magic Bakers because I used so much sweetener, I had to make it cheaper. So that's why I kind of came up with that blend. So I make it myself now. But yeah, you could definitely do whatever your favorite sweetener is, as long as it's a erythritol based sweetener. Because like allulose, you'll have to use more. If you just use allulose, you'll have to use more sweetener than what I use. But yeah, if it's an erythritol based,
if you made cookies, like when you make cookies, if it's not an erythritol base, they're not going to crisp up, correct? So
right.
if you use allulose, they're going to stay soft.
Yeah, and allulose will brown, you know, pretty good, but they are a little softer. But then also, if you refrigerate, what I've been doing, if you're going to refrigerate anything like that lemon dessert or whatever, and you buy the bagged monk fruit sweetener, just throw it in the blender like I do in that sweetener video. So I make my powdered, like the confectioner's sweetener, just out of the regular granular. So I'll put the granular together, throw some in the blender, and blend it up. So if you're going to make anything that's going to be refrigerated, just so it doesn't get that gritty, because erythritol will recrystallize when you refrigerate it. And that's why I use allulose in ice cream when I do ice cream. It's the only thing I use allulose in as the only sweetener. But yeah, so if you just powder it up, it won't get like the grittiness, because erythritol will do that. Monk fruit, but it's mostly erythritol. Probably 95% of it's probably erythritol with some of the monk fruit, pure monk fruit extract in it.
Yeah, recorded videos. It's taking up a lot of space on my phone. Need to put them on a DVD, not a CD. Okay. Ash, I saw your pictures of the snow day. They were great. Yes, they were. No hero bread in Alabama either.
The South's going to be the last to get it. I can tell you that.
Yes, we might just be doing that also. And this is Brian replying to that about the total carbs or backing out the fiber. Most times it's trial and error for him. Yeah. I make my own keto bread. The stuff in the store gives me a migraine. The secret is mixing the egg whites just till they are stiff. See, I use mostly egg white powder when I make other breads. Should work fine as long as it doesn't get too hot to cause too much browning. Otherwise, it should totally work. And that was by using her dehydrator air fryer.
For the chips, yeah.
Putting DVDs on. Yeah. Is there any keto-friendly croissant? There you go, Victor.
Yeah, I haven't made any, but I've heard those. I've heard those Hero. They are expensive, but I've heard those are the best. I mean, there's people rave about those Hero croissants.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try them, but they're right. They're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Mocha lemon blueberry, Debbie. Oh, dang. What's the best peanut butter powder from a store? Thank you.
Well, so I will give you what I use, and I'll give you the best. What I use, the kind from Walmart, because it's the cheapest, and I use a lot of it. What's it? No, it's their Great Value brand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for the big container, it's like $6 or $7 cheaper than the PB Fit, but it does have some sugar in it. But it's a minimal amount of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have sugar in it. But there's one on Amazon that any of the videos that I do where I use peanut butter powder, I always link the clean one down in the comments. You can get it on Amazon, but it's the only one I've seen that doesn't have a little bit of sugar in it. And I think they put that in there to keep it from clumping up.
Right.
Because I have ordered that other kind before and it's clumpy. Whereas the kind from Walmart doesn't clump up at all. So I think that's why they got that little bit of sugar in it. But it's not, I mean, it's a minimal amount. I think it's less than 0.5% of the total. So that little bit, I don't really sweat that much. But if you want to do without that, then Amazon is it's the only one I found. I'm sure you can find it at Whole Foods, but they don't let me in that store. I have to sneak in there, like 5 minutes before closing time, or they'll boot me out. So my wallet doesn't like Whole Foods a bit. So
no, he's crazy. See this? Yes, Victor, call her. Let her drive you around, take in the scenery.
Yes, sounds like a plan.
Truth matters. I'm late. I was commenting on Victor's chicken wing videos and dreaming about garlic sauce. If you have a Sprouts grocery store in your area, they are now carrying Hero breads. We do not. Thank God.
I got one that's about an hour away from me.
There you go. That's where you find it.
Mm.
And then you can send me some.
Yeah.
Victor, what does the future of Southern Keto look like in your dream outlook? He's coming up. See, I'm really bad with coming up with questions, but that's why I had count on the chat. And how can we support you in it?
Wow. Well, Chris has been a huge part of what I'm doing here. I think I did. So my whole background with Chris started because I was doing some of my own recipes and stuff. My channel wasn't really very big. And I came across one day this dude named Chris's video where it was like carnivore mashed potatoes. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, I know what carnivore is, and there ain't no way that this is even real. And so I watched his video and I'm like, I don't know. And then I think somebody else had made it. Might have been Wes from Highfalutin Low Carb. Somebody made it.
He did.
Said, wow. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try it. And sure enough, so this was before Thanksgiving, and my mom came over for Thanksgiving. And so I always make, I'll make keto stuff and non-keto stuff. And so I'm like, well, I want you to just try these potatoes and see what you think. And she's like, wow. She's like, they're better than the regular ones. And I'm like, well, great. I thought I could make some pretty good mashed taters. But I'm like, well, good. At least I only have to make one from here on out. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do a video about this. And I think maybe Chris's dad commented on it, and I think his mom commented, and then he found it. And then, so I've been following Chris. And then one day Chris was like, well, hey, you want to do a video together? And so we did a video together. And then now we're good friends. We text all the time. And me, him, and Dustin are, become pretty good friends. And so, so the future of Southern Keto, though, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, trying to get better and better recipes and, help as many people as I can with this stuff. And like I said, the comments and stuff just fuel me to want to do more because, when I can see that something that I like making and that's helped me so much is helping other people. I mean, that's what it's all about to me. So,
right.
So definitely, any support's good support. So whether it's commenting or liking the videos or sharing the videos or, joining my channel or, I got people that do like $5 a month, and I might do a short or two, but just a little bit of support just goes such a long way.
Right.
I
I
just want to keep on doing it and hopefully do this, full time eventually. I'd love to do that.
Speaking of that, these are my members across the bottom, and I appreciate everybody there for sure. But yes, I made Chris's potatoes twice now. They're so good. But I got to tell you, I made his pancake recipe one day.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't tried those, Victor, they're amazing. I gave those to my husband, and he's sitting across the room, and I'm recording what I'm eating because that's mainly what I do is I just show what I eat every day, and I post it for a week at a time.
Yeah.
And, and my husband's like, now these are pancakes. And I think that was the beginning of him being on the videos after that as what he says, my guinea pig. It's funny.
That's cool.
Publix carries hero bread. Thank you for answering me, Sherry. Thank you for answering all my questions. You're great. He is great. Too cold for me to do creamy. Oh my goodness, there's no, just cover up to your neck and eat the ice cream.
That's right.
The guys just start posting your videos to YouTube. Yep. Rick, you have a good night. Maybe Keto Upgrade has croissants. Alicia, probably. Do you watch hers, Victor? Keto Upgrade?
I have just started. I wish I had more time to watch more people. But yes, I forgot what brought. Oh, I know what it was. I was on Facebook, and Wes, who I follow Wes, had posted something that she had posted about the egg white powder change, the now egg white powder changing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, well, I hadn't seen her. So I've been checking her. Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Some
she
of the stuff
is.
she makes, I'm like, wow. So
Well,
I need
that's
to
what
talk
she
to her
that's what
one
she
day.
does for a living. You
Yeah.
know, that's her. Found us online. Hero Bread available at Subway locations, including New York City, the Bay Area, San Diego, Portland, Medford, Boise, Salt Lake City, Savannah. Well, I guess I live in the wrong daggone place.
Me and you both. Oh, Savannah. Hang on. I can go down there every once in a while. My sister-in-law, you know, the origin of the yellow bowl, lives in Beaufort. So that's only by like an hour from Savannah.
The
So,
origin of the yellow bowl.
so I might be able to make it down there.
Dustin says, Chris, did you know you're on a popular video about carnivore?
Oh boy. Cindy, I have
Yeah,
to
now
fill
I
you in
guess
about
that's
that.
the video he's on.
This is yeah. I wonder if that's the one. Let's
I
check it out.
don't know. I can't click the link. I'd have to copy and paste it.
That's true.
I, Cindy and Victor, have to catch up. Channel is what I learned. Dustin, I sure didn't. I have to check it out. Feeling lots better. Can't you tell that? I'm glad you're feeling better, Jerry, but quit picking on me. So next time I go to Southern Cal for a dog show, I will stop at Sprouts. Dustin, could you all tell me what you do with videos you record you want to keep? Still learning. Debbie, we will talk. We'll talk. I don't put anything on a DVD. It's on my phone. I have a camera, and Amy's not in here. My husband bought me a Sony, I don't even know what kind of camera. I have not taken it out of the bag. I use my phone for everything, except live streams. And this is my PC, or I use my laptop on Wednesdays. I have not used my camera for anything. Best thing you do would be getting an external hard drive and store your videos you want to save there. He did just buy me one of those. I haven't hooked it up either.
Yep, that's the best.
Hello, Karen.
Thank you, Brenda.
Yes. How about a keto fried chocolate pie, Victor?
Whoa, I've never even heard of such, but I mean, it can't be bad.
That was a recipe my daddy brought from Arkansas, but he wasn't keto. There's your next experiment.
Hey, send me that recipe if you want, and I'll see what I can do with it, because that sounds amazing.
Yep. Gonna do Facebook badge on Southern Keto today.
Woo-hoo.
This is almost over right now. Yeah, I'd say we've been here about an hour and a half already.
Oh, wow.
It has flown by.
It has. I didn't even know until I just looked at the clock.
I know, right? The cream machine died last week. Oh no. That's the one thing I really don't want to see happen.
Now I heard a tip the other day that I didn't know, because I haven't had my creamy very long. But somebody said that you really need to put the container on the counter for like 15-20 minutes before you do the creamy. I don't know, but they said that they had broken 2 of them that way.
Because they're so solid. I always set mine out for at least 10-15 minutes, or you can microwave it for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then run it. Chris Bayer has talked about that. Southern Keto, that ketchup recipe is the bomb. My son totally enjoyed it and wants me to make more.
Awesome.
You can just got recipes for everything, don't you? Your own
Pretty much.
sweetener, ketchup.
Pretty much. I'm cheap, so I need to.
That's why I said between you and Chris and Low Carb Spin and all these people putting recipes out, all I have to do is print up your recipe and go make it.
Yeah. What's
That's all
like,
I do. I appreciate it.
Go to the grocery store and spend $10 on a bottle of keto ketchup, or make it for like $1.50. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. On a DVD too. What is your thing with DVDs, Debbie? The videos you're talking about would probably fill multiple DVDs and you wouldn't be able to access the files the same way. I got to tell you, Karen said hi to Evelyn. I am absolutely caught up with comments right now. But when I was at Chris and Ash's house and we were cooking together, and he edited my my part of the video and sent it to me. Well, I had recorded on the way there that I wanted to put in the beginning, and I recorded afterwards, like when we were coming home and once we got home from there. I could not merge the two together, no matter what I did. And I'm texting him like crazy. I said, the heck with it. I put his part up, and then I put, it was crazy. I could not figure it out. I couldn't get it. You have a great night too, Sherry, honey. Hit the like button on both channels. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Then my phone is full from videos from even 8 years ago. Holy crap. I don't even save them on my phone. Once I'm done, it's like they're gone. They're only saved on YouTube. That's good enough. Evan, when I lived in Texas. Whoa, no.
Yeah, sounds like I need to figure this one out. Fried chocolate
Something
pie.
happened to my computer.
Yeah, somebody send me that fried chocolate pie recipe of some sort, because that sounds like something I can definitely work on. Oh, Cindy, you froze there, it looks like. Well, if y'all got any questions in here, I appreciate everybody being here while waiting on Cindy to get back up. Looks like she is frozen there. Sherry, have a good weekend. Oh, I don't know what happened, but I got the whole screen now.
I'm back.
There you are.
My computer went, there was two lines just spinning around, saying there was a problem with our internet.
I'm like, darn, you ain't gonna say bye, just throw me up there.
I was trying to say bye. I'm glad I got back in. Hey guys from Ohio, I'm mostly carnivore, but I love watching both of your videos. Thank you so much, Kim.
Yes.
Question, what do you think of Zip Fizz? Never tried it.
I haven't either. Let me there was something about that I saw in the store one time, and there was some reason I didn't like it. Let me just look up the ingredients real quick while Cindy's going through the comments here.
I'll go on with a couple of comments that are here before my computer decides to screw up again. The Amish up here make a lot of different fried pies. My favorite is pecan. Oh my word. My brother loves the chocolate. They both sound good. Now I'll get back to your question, Karen. Evelyn said they are amazing. They are hand pies molded around a fudgy center and fried in butter. Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely sounds good. Yeah, so that Zip Fizz looks like a bunch of vitamins, 100 milligrams of caffeine, so not much more than a cup of coffee. Less than 2 grams of carbs. Can't tell where the sugar's coming from. It may be sucralose, which you would subtract. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Baking soda, potassium. Yeah.
MTNS for me, mountains for me. I'm glad I caught this and really have to check out that ketchup. Karen had a question up here. What inspires you to start a recipe?
Really, I mean, it can come from anywhere. Initially, it was just trying to recreate all the foods that I loved, and then now we like watch a lot of Food Network and stuff like that. Like while we're eating, we'll watch some food shows and stuff. So, I mean, it can really come from anywhere. Like the holidays, like all those Christmas cookies I did. I was just kind of like, well, what cookies do I remember that I hadn't had in a while that I could maybe try to make? Um, so really, it can come from anywhere. You know, uh, Fast food stuff, trying to recreate like um, chicken Alfredos from Olive Garden, or just trying to, the inspiration can come from anywhere. It's just a matter of taking it and just trying to make it a lot healthier. So,
Right. That's awesome. Victor, I've got an idea for fried pies. Let's chat.
oh, okay. I'm in.
I'm drooling now hearing about these fried pies. Cindy, it's videos that I videoed for special occasions that I don't want to lose. Of course not. I get that. Don't be sorry about asking questions. No.
Google Photos. You can save videos to Google Photos, and you could either upload them to Facebook or something from there. But you can save all those.
The description alone, Evelyn, caused me weight gain. Keto Upgrade has a puff pastry recipe. Try using that for croissants. Were transferred to my phones the last 8 years. Wow. Ketchup and the barbecue too. Make those.
Barbecue
Gotta make
sauce
those.
is awesome.
I'm telling you, I might have to binge watch your whole daggone channel. I bought some Zip Fizz a long time ago. I never finished them. Very vitamin tasting.
Yeah, it looks like just a ton of vitamins. So I imagine it tastes like straight minerals.
It's good for you, Dustin. He's doing dishes.
Huh.
Anyone makes Spätzle keto? I want to make turkey soup. Got a carcass in the freezer. It is soup weather. I have not. I don't make a whole lot of soups at all, to be honest. Yeah, yes, you and Victor come up with some yummy fried pies. Yes. How many tries recreating until you give up?
I don't give up. Like I said, that bread probably took me a year of like, I'd work on it, and then I'd, lay it down for a couple of weeks, and I'd think, well, maybe this will work in there. And then, so I just try to keep going until I can get it, or at least get something close. Sometimes I get it on the first try. But a lot of times it's a lot more than that. But if it's something I really want to make, I gotta just figure out how to make it. That's just something that's just me. I can't stop till I get it. So
they Karen and Therese, they have quite a few tries before they put a video up for sure. We met them, my sister and I met them at Hack Your Health. And then we saw them again at Keto Palooza. It was great. Amy's just getting to watch a replay. Thank you, honey.
Yes.
I used to make apple fried pies before I went low carb, but they were with normal flour. Very good, but very high carb and sugar. Yep. Working on a Spätzle idea, Chris is. He's working on everything.
Yeah. Hey, Chris can do it now.
I don't like dessert. I know, weird. My downfall is carbs like pasta. Yeah. Not everybody has a sweet tooth like we do, Stacy. It's all good.
Yep. It's probably better that way, but I love mine.
Yes. All right. I think we've been on here long enough. We're going to bore people after a while. And I don't want my internet to go wacko again.
That's right.
That was crazy. I'm glad I got back on.
Yep.
Now, Chris. Victor, your brown bread, I just can't get it to come out right.
Well, send me an email. I got everything linked down in the description of all my videos. Send me an email. We'll figure it out. There's been a couple people who had different issues, and we've worked through it. So we can email back and forth, and we'll get it right. There's a couple of things it could be.
And that's your regular bread recipe?
Yeah,
With
that's the
pork
only one I
rinds and
got.
all
I'm
that?
still working on. Speaking of working on something for a long time, I've been working on just a regular like sandwich bread loaf recipe for a while because I just hadn't been happy with a lot of them, and but I've been working on that for probably 6 months. But
thank you, Kathy. She said, great show.
awesome.
No
Thank
boring
you.
with you two. Loved it. Thank you. Everyone have a great evening. Thank you so much, Amy.
Yeah, Amy.
Brenda, hey, I'm rewinding. We're about to get off here. Thank you for watching.
Yep.
I found some of Victor's bread in my freezer. French toast tomorrow. Yay.
Awesome. That's the best
Yeah,
when you find a little bit in the back of the freezer.
Yeah. Thank you both for all you do. Well, Chris, thank you too.
Yes.
Hey, Brenda, have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks, guys. I'm going to have to watch from the beginning. Yes. Chris, that's all, y'all.
Cindy, can I do a shameless plug before we go?
You can definitely do a plug of any kind.
So my video tomorrow at noon Eastern time, I did a two people meals for a whole week keto budget challenge. So we did lunch and dinner for 7 days for under $70. So if people think keto's expensive, it can be real cheap. So,
that's awesome. I will share the heck out of that. Because everybody talks about how it's either not sustainable or it's too expensive or there's so many reasons that people don't want to start. It's yeah. But absolutely, I would let you share that.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'll be looking for it tomorrow at noon. It's already scheduled, huh? It's going up.
Is. Yep.
Very good. That'll be awesome. I will watch that. All right. Well, everyone in the chat, thank you and have a great evening. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us. I truly appreciate it. And Victor, I can't thank you enough for coming on. This has been fantastic. And like hour and 40 some minutes just flew by. Like I'm telling you, it's been great.
It did. It was fun. I really appreciate you inviting me on here.
I appreciate you coming on, and I'm going to call this a night. And everyone in the chat, have a great weekend. And I will see you all next Wednesday with Brian, and next Friday with Michelle Hall. So you all have a great night. And there's Tanya.
Bye, y'all.